Tony T, our MLB pick show here for Sunday's action. Features all 15 games. Before I get to just a couple things, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Free MLB picks are updated all season long. Free picks from all the major sports, including college football, NFL, European football, CFL, and more. It's a good time to subscribe. And also, if you would support our channel, hit the like button. We greatly appreciate it. Then visit TonySpicks.com, our multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to our hot cappers. Get signed up to a long-term pass. Mindy's been on fire. Our GM's been on fire as well. Hollywood Sam's been strong. Looking here at our NFL numbers, we got some really good performers in the NFL this season. Guys like Ben and Ramon have been on absolute fire in the NFL. So click the links to our handicapper pages and get signed up to a long-term pass. You'll find now that all of our individual plays and one-day passes are profit guaranteed. If your package does not turn a profit, the amount you purchase is credited back to your account for side credits. That's what profit guarantee means. So get signed up. Also, we have best bets in here. Each capper can designate one of their premium picks per sport per day as a best bet, and you'll see them there in the best bets screen. As well as our $15 premium pick, cappers can designate one premium pick here per day, just one per day total, as a $15 premium pick to showcase their services. You can see many of them here do that with their best bets. So go ahead and check us out there. You'll find premium picks at the top of the page, as well as our free picks as well on the drop-down menus. And our promo code, you can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link in the description, then the All Cappers tab. Get signed up. Also love to hear from you guys, so post your picks in the comments below. And we are looking for cappers to apply. Go to TonySpeaks.com footer section to submit your form. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this one started. White Sox and Tigers, MLB pick here for Sunday. Johnny Cueto will get the start here for Chicago. Cueto in 22 appearances in ERA 3.09, whip of 1.20. The right-hander is pitching to 15% strikeouts, 5.5% walks. The ground ball is 43%, .90 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 3.93 suggests a rise in ERA based on his form. Drew Hutchison, the starter for Detroit. Hutchison appeared in 25 games, ERA 4.24, whip 1.45. The right-hander pitches to contact, 14.5% strikeouts, 9% walks. The ground ball is coming in at 40%, 1 home run per 9 innings. White Sox even this series with their 4-3 win on Saturday. Tigers have lost 5 of 6. Past 10 games, Tigers hitting 203 against right-handers, but a bullpen ERA 2.94. Detroit 27-11 to the under against an AL pitcher with an ERA of 3.70 or better. Cueto 15-5 to the under in day games the past 3 seasons. The play here will be Chicago and Detroit under 8. Rangers and Rays, MLB pick here. This one goes off on Sunday. Glenn Otto to start for Texas. Otto in 23 starts in ERA 4.71, whip of 1.35. The right-hander is striking out 18%, 11% on the walks. The ground ball is coming in at 44%, 1.18 home runs per 9 innings. Jeffrey Springs to start for Tampa Bay. Springs appeared in 29 games, ERA 2.41, whip of 1.09. The left-hander has strikeout mark of 26%, 6.2% walks. The ground ball is 42%, .93 home runs per 9 innings. Rangers even this series with their 5-1 win. Springs has allowed 1 earned run or fewer in 5 of 6. Rangers 17-6 in the under on the road against AL teams, allowing 3.9 runs or fewer. Springs 14-4 to the under against teams averaging 7 or greater strikeouts per game. The play here will be Texas Tampa Bay going under total of 7 runs. Phillies and Braves, MLB pick. This one goes off on Sunday. Baylor Falter, the starter for Philadelphia. Falter in 16 appearances in ERA 3.80, whip of 1.15. The left-hander is striking out 21%, 4.5% walks. The ground ball is dealt at 30%, 1.83 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 4.87 indicates a rise in ERA based on the form. Spencer Strider, expected starter for Atlanta. Strider in 30 appearances, ERA 2.72 plus whip of 1.01. The right-hander an elite strikeout mark of 38%, 8.3% walks. The ground ball is 40%, limited home run damage. Braves have won both games this series with their 4-3 win. Past 10 games, Braves hitting .214 against left-handers. Braves 11-23 to the run line against an NL starter with a whip of 1.15 or better. The play here will be Philadelphia on the run line, plus 1.5 runs here at the -110. Marlins and Nationals, MLB pick here for Sunday. Sandy Alcantara will start for Washington. Alcantara in 29 starts, ERA 2.43, whip of 1.02. The right-hander has a strikeout mark of 23%, 6% walks. The ground balls coming in at 54%, 0.55 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 3.09 indicates a possible rise in ERA based on this form. Anibal Sanchez to start for Washington. Sanchez starts in 11 games, ERA 4.56, along with a whip of 1.31. The veteran is pitching to contact, 15.5% strikeouts, 11.5% walks. The ground balls coming in at 38%, 2 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 6.35 indicates a rise in ERA if this form holds. Washington has won both games of this series with their 5-3 win. Miami has lost 7 of 9. Past 10 games, Nationals hitting 286 against right-handers. The Marlins 226. In this period, Marlins bullpen, ERA of 5.40. Now Miami 25-46 in the second half of the season. Past 5 games on contract, allowing 18 earned runs in 30 2/3 innings. The player will be Washington here at plus the 158. Royals and Red Sox, MLB pick here for Sunday. Chris Bubic will start for Kansas City. Bubic has worked 25 games with an ERA of 5.55, whip of 1.66. The left-hander has a strikeout mark of 18%, 10.5% walks. The ground ball is 41%, 1.39 home runs per 9 innings. Nick Pivetta will start for Boston. Pivetta starts in 29 games in ERA 4.31 plus the whip 1.33. The right-hander is striking out 22%, 9% walks. The ground ball mark is 39%, 1.23 home runs per 9 innings. KC even this series with a 9-0 win. The Red Sox have lost 7 of 10. Past 10 games, Royals hitting 178 against right-handers. Team record behind Bubic on the road against the run line is 2-9. The play here, Boston, the run line, minus 1/2 runs at plus 100. Orioles and Blue Jays, MLB pick here for Sunday. Dean Kremer will start for Baltimore. Kremer in 18 appearances has an ERA 3.34, whip of 1.25. The right-hander is striking out 17.5%, 5.5% on the walk rate. The ground ball is 39%, 0.63 home runs per 9 innings. Alek Manoah will start for Toronto. Manoah has starts in 28 games, ERA 2.43, whip of 1. The right-hander has a strikeout mark of 23%, 6% walks. The ground ball is coming in at 38%, 0.81 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 3.42 suggests a rise in ERA if this form holds. Orioles have won both games this series with their 6-3 win. Kremer has allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 4 of his past 5 starts. Orioles 47-23 to the run line against a winning team this season. Team record behind Kremer on the run line, 12-2 against AL teams, hitting at least 265 this season. The play here will be Baltimore on the run line, plus 1.5 runs at minus 122. Twins and Guardians, MLB pick. This one goes off on Sunday. Joe Ryan, the starter for Minnesota. Ryan starts in 24 games, ERA 3.83, whip of 1.11. The right-hander has a strikeout rate of 25%, 7.7% walks. The ground ball is 26%, 1.39 home runs per 9 innings. Cody Morris will start for Cleveland. Morris in 3 starts allowed 3 earned runs with 2 homers and 9 strikeouts in 9 2/3 innings. Control an issue with 8 walks in 15 1/3 innings of AAA. He compiled an ERA of 2.35, whip of 0.73. The Guardians have won all 3 in this series by sweeping a doubleheader on Sunday. Twins have lost 6 straight the past 10 games against the Guardians. Ryan on the road, an ERA of 5.36, whip of 1.97. On the road, an ERA of 5.36, and then 1.97 home runs per 9 innings. Guardians 51-29 against teams averaging 4.4 runs per game or fewer. The play here will be Cleveland at minus 105. Pirates and Mets, MLB pick. This one goes off on Sunday. Johan Oviedo, the starter for Pittsburgh. Oviedo has appeared in 17 games, ERA 3.34, the whip 1.34. The right-hander is striking out 24%, 11% walks. The ground ball is 46%, 1 home run per 9 innings. A FIP of 4.13 indicates a possible rise in ERA based on his results. Jacob deGrom to start for the Mets. deGrom has 8 starts, ERA 2, whip of 0.59. The veteran elite strikeout rate of 41%, 2.3% on the walks. The ground ball is 41%, 0.73 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 1.44 suggests a lowering of his ERA based on this form. Mets have won both games this series with their 5-1 win. Mets bullpen past 10 games, ERA 2.50. Pirates 19-9 to the under, facing teams with a good bullpen whip of 1.25 or better on the season. Mets 33-19 to the under at home, when a total of 7 or fewer the past 2 seasons. The play here will be on the Mets and Pirates under 6.5. Athletics and Astros MLB pick here for Sunday. Kevin Waldichuk will get the start for Oakland. Waldichuk in his 3 starts, an ERA 5.40, whip of 1.40. The lefty is striking out 21%, 7.5% on the walks. The ground ball's coming in at 36%, 1.80 home runs per 9 innings. Framber Valdez, the starter for Houston. Valdez, 27 starts, ERA 2.55, whip of 1.12. The lefty, a strikeout mark of 23%, 8.5% walks. The ground ball is coming in at 66%, limited home run damage. Oakland has won 1 of 3 in this series with their 8-5 win. This broke a 6-game win streak for Houston. Past 10 games, Oakland hitting .201 and a bullpen ERA 6.81. Astros bullpen in this period 1.09. Astros 43-32 to the run line at home against an AL West team the past 2 seasons at home. But play here will be Houston. We'll go alternate run line here, -2 runs at +100. Yankees and Brewers MLB pick. This one goes off Sunday. Garrett Cole, the starter for the Yankees. Cole in 29 starts, ERA 3.30, whip of 1.02. The right-hander, an elite strikeout mark of 32%, 6.5% walks. The ground ball's coming in at 43%, 1.37 home runs per 9 innings. Jason Alexander, the starter for Milwaukee. Alexander has worked 17 games, producing an ERA 5.29, whip of 1.60. The right-hander pitches to contact, 13.5% strikeouts, 9% walks. The ground ball served at 51%, 1.19 home runs per 9 innings. Brewers have won both games of this series with a 4-1 win and have won 7 of 9 overall. Yankees 1-7 on the road in interleague games this season. Cole 8-12 in day games past 2 seasons. Play here will be Milwaukee +155. Reds and Cardinals MLB pick. This one is on Sunday. Luis Cessa, the starter for Cincinnati. Cessa in 42 appearances, ERA 5.25, whip of 1.35. The right-hander, a strikeout mark of 19%, 7.5% walks. The ground ball is 49%, 1.95 home runs per 9 innings. Jordan Montgomery will get the start for St. Louis. Montgomery starts in 29 games, ERA 3.20, whip of 1. The left-hander striking out 21%, 5% walks. The ground ball is 48%, 0.94 home runs per 9 innings. Cardinals sweep both games of their doubleheader against the Reds for 3 wins in 4 games in this series. Reds have lost 9 of 10. Past 10 games, Cincinnati hitting just .87 against left-handers. Cincinnati 12-28 to the run line this season against teams allowing 4 runs or fewer per game this season. Cardinals 33-19 to the run line against bad teams with a 380 to 460 win percentage. To play here, St. Louis, the run line, -1.5 runs at -126. Rockies and Cubs MLB pick. This one goes off Sunday. Ryan Feltner, the starter for Colorado. Feltner in 16 appearances, ERA 6, whip of 1.45. The right-hander is fanning 20%, 8.5% walks. The ground ball is coming at 42%, 1.56 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 4.86 does suggest his ERA will drop with these numbers. Javier Assad, the starter for Chicago. Assad, 5 starts, ERA 2.53, whip of 1.41. The right-hander, a strikeout mark of 19.5%, 11% walks. The ground ball is 43%, 1 home run per 9 innings. His FIP is 4.04, indicating a rise in ERA if this form holds. Rockies even this series with a 3-1 win, but the past 10 games, the Rockies hitting .198 against right-handers. Colorado 6-24 against the NL Central this season on the road. That's over the past 2 seasons. And 26-72 on the road against righties in this period. The play will be Chicago -130. Mariners and Angels MLB pick. This one is on Sunday. Marco Gonzalez, the starter for Seattle. Gonzalez in 28 starts, an ERA 3.89, whip of 1.32. The left-hander is pitching to contact, 13% strikeouts, 6.5% walks. The ground ball is 43%, 1.35 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 4.93 suggests a rise in ERA based on these results. Reed Detmers will start for the Angels. Detmers 22 starts, ERA 3.82, whip 1.21. The left-hander, a strikeout mark of 23%, 9% walks. The ground ball is 39%, 1 home run per 9 innings. Angels won both games of this series after their 2-1 win on Saturday, Mariners have dropped 5 of 7. Past 10 games, Mariners hitting .218 against lefties. The Angels .212. Gonzalez 14 and 5 to the under in day games past 2 seasons. To play here, Angels in Seattle under 8.5. Padres and Diamondbacks MLB pick. This one goes off on Sunday. Yu Darvish, the starter for San Diego. Darvish 27 starts, ERA 3.16, WHIP .95. The veteran a strikeout rate of 25%, 5% walks. The ground balls 38%, 1 home run per 9 innings. Ryan Nelson to start for Arizona. Nelson 2 starts, allowed no earned runs with 13 strikeouts in 13 innings of work. The righty started 26 games in AAA, compiling an ERA of 5.43, WHIP of 1.39. Padres have won 2 of 3 in this series after their 2-0 win on Saturday. Past 10 games, Diamondbacks hitting .207, a bullpen ERA 6.43. Padres 46 and 22 facing a team hitting .245 or worse this season. The play here, San Diego -143. Dodgers and Giants. MLB pick this one Sundays. Andrew Heaney will start for the Dodgers. Heaney in 12 starts, ERA 2.84, WHIP of 1. The left-hander an elite strikeout rate of 34%, 6.2% walks. The ground balls 36%, 1.89 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 4.10 does indicate a rise in ERA possible with his numbers. Alex Cobb will start for the Giants. Cobb in 24 starts, ERA 3.48, WHIP of 1.27. The right-hander striking out 24%, 6.8% walks. The ground balls 61%, limited home run damage. Dodgers have won both games of this series after their 7-2 win. Past 10 games, Giants hitting .145 against lefties. The Dodger bullpen ERA 1.45. Dodgers 53 and 31 to the run line against a losing team this season. San Francisco 1-11 to the run line. Second half of the season, facing teams averaging 5 runs per game. The play here will be the Dodgers, the run line, -1.5 runs at -110. That was our MLB Pick Show here for action on Saturday. Be sure to like and subscribe. Our NFL picks will be out in a little bit. Be sure, top of the hour, tune in for our live viewers. Tune in for the morning steam with Ramon and Minnie. A lot of NFL there as well. I'm Tony T, back a little later here this morning with more free picks.